O kia ora koutou katoa nau mai hara mai tēnei wā with the Kemu o Poiuka. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is grand final day here at the North Harbour Softball Association, and boy oh boy, it's been a great day already. We've had two games with the books in the under-13s grand final. Navy taking on the Northcote Lions. The Manawa Nui Navy side running out victors to be 2025 champions in the under-13 boys division. Under-15 saw the East Coast based Small Sox run out winners over the Northcote Mets. So they are the champions for 2025 in the under-15 boys division. We're up to the reserve women's now, and it's the Bandits Canucci taking on East Coast Bays in the reserve women's grand final starting right now. After this one will be the reserve men's, the Kings taking on East Coast Bays, Northcote Kings. That's scheduled for 2:30, and then the big dogs are in the house. It'll be the Premier Men's Grand Final, Northcote Maroon taking on Waitakere Bears. That one scheduled for 4 p.m. The game in front of you, though, is the grand final of the reserve women's grade, and that Northern Bandits Canucci taking on East Coast Bays Panthers. Great to have you along for this one. I'm Jason Gerbes, aka Chopper. It's our pleasure to bring you today's broadcast, and Craig Fuller, he might come back in. We'll see how he goes. Just got off the Learjet this morning and is back at the ballpark from Tahiti. Great to have you along for it. Should be a good game between these two teams, East Coast Bays and the Bandits. First pitch in the bottom of the first innings, no score. East Coast Bays sent up three batters and went down in order for the first innings. And it'll be now the Bandits team to get their team out there on the diamond. Offensively for the Bandits, it'll be Vivian Ma leading off, followed by Ina Sawada, and then Ueno hitting two. Tony Markia, the clean-up spot, the first baseman in the 4 spot today. You see Cooper and Peterson. And Uanga will be hitting in the 7 spot. Hayley Abbott, the pitcher, hitting for herself in the 8 spot today. And rounding out the batting order is Anyong Yung, the catcher for the Bandits, Northern Bandits here, Ganucci side. East Coast Bays, they're a good team, have been throughout the season in this Premier Reserve matchup, as this one's hit hard up the middle and on board to get us underway here in the bottom of the first innings is Ma taking care of business, and she just got all of this one, as you'll see here. Drop ball in the bottom of the zone, and she just drives it straight between the wickets of the opposing pitcher from East Coast Bays. Defensively for East Coast Bays, left to right of the outfield will be Isabel Stacey. Centre is Hannah Crew. Right fielder today, Freya Williams. Hot corner third base is Tara McAlpine. Shortstop, Ilana George. And at second base pairing is none other than North Harbour's Bridget Baker for East Coast Bays. And at first base is Hannah McCauley King. On the dish, doing the catching for East Coast Bays is Grace Palmer. And on the hill, umpire and player extraordinaire Dana Brazier.
Foul!
As you see a bunt there, and that one's just a little loud from the umpire. I might just tune him down just a smidge. Got a good umpiring crew out there today as well.
It was close.
Really, really privileged to have the umpires in the game that we have here at North Harbour. It makes a big difference when you've got a good blue crew on board, that's for sure. And a throw down to second base. The runner's off to the traps here. Rounding to third base goes Ma. And so just what the doctor ordered here. Lead-off runner and 60 feet away with no outs in the bottom of the first innings.
Play. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
So Irana Swara now for the Bandits. I mentioned we've got a good blue crew here today. Simply outstanding to have our Blues. And you can hear mic'd up for us the home plate umpire, and that will introduce them to you shortly. And Sawada goes the other way. What a catch! They throw the ball over, but McCordy King, boy oh boy, go gadget arms as you see this one flick to the side and whammo. What a catch by the first baseman from East Coast Base. So our umpires for today's game, simply outstanding. We mentioned Brody Donald behind the dish. We've got Bryden Wells down at first base and John Hickman, a.k.a. Santa Claus, officiating at third base in today's grand final matchup of the Premier Reserve Woman. Chinami Hino is the shortstop batting now. There's Hickman, third base umpire. And harder ball, and again another line drive out. As the East Coast Base, they've brought their game here when it comes to fielding, that's for sure. This was laid straight at the second basewoman to take care of business. So being busy in the field, that's Bridget Baker, by the way, at second base. 2 away now. Tony Mark here. Clean up slugger. She watches one come down Main Street. There you go, the coach for this Northern Bandits side. And this one grabs the outside edge this time.
2 strikes.
You hear the umpire behind home plate mic'd up for you. 2 strikes the count. Hard hit ball, and that one will go foul. I tell you what, Marky gets a hold of it. This thing is not coming back.
0-2.
Just smashes that one the other way. High hopper, tough play for Baker at second base, and it does skid away. The runner will come in to score. So the first score of the ball game will go to the Northern Bandits here, 1-0. You see the third baseman breaking for home on the contact. And I mentioned it was a tough play. It's one of those spinning ones that comes off the turf and sometimes be tough to keep in the mitt.
Foul!
Foul down the line from Kamaya Cooper. Apologies if I get some of their names a little bit wrong. Don't know many of these ladies.
1 strike. Play.
Just going off what we've got here in front of us. This one pops up. There we go, foul out of play.
Foul.
So bottom of the first innings of the grand final. Bandits struck for 1.
All good. No balls, 2 strikes. Play.
Just missing away.
Ball 1, strike 2.
All set to go here. 1-2 the count now. This one outside nibbling. They're just not close enough here for Cooper.
2-2.
He's the starting shortstop for East Coast Base. Elena George. And a swing and a miss, can't catch up to that one. And that'll take care of business here in the bottom of the first innings. It's not before the Canucci Bandits get her done. They played the first run of the ball game, and they lead the grand final. And we'll cut away, come back with more action in the top of the second in a moment. Oh, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Pure Athletic Sports Day. 22 degrees Celsius and hardly a cloud in the sky. A beautiful day here for grand final day at the North Harbour Softball Association. Great to have you along for it. As I mentioned, I'm Jason Gerbes, aka Chopper, bringing you today's grand final coverage. And it's our privilege to do that, especially for these Manawahi now on the diamond right now. Top of the second innings, Bandits just struck for one in the bottom of the first. And East Coast Bays now will send up three of their best. It'll be Tara McAlpine, the third basewoman, Alania George, the shortstop, and Isabel Stacey, the left fielder. 1, 2, and 3 for the ladies in green from East Coast Bays. This one pops up.
Foul.
It'll go foul onto the roof. I mentioned earlier today we've had two grand finals already. Had the under 13 boys contested between the Navy Manawa Nui side and Northcote Lions. Navy Manawa Nui coming away with a victory in that one and becoming 2025 North Harbour champions. And the game after that was East Coast Bays with the victory earlier today. And they got that in the under 15 boys where they took care of business and they were happy about that. That's for sure. And they won that grand final over the Northcote Met side. Hard hit ball from McAlpine. This one's in the alley. Will be extra bases. Rounding first base is McAlpine, and it'll be a stand-up double from the slugger from East Coast Bays. Fantastic indeed.
Dia. Chill D up on second base.
Oh, McAlpine got all of that one.
Better.
Really lashed onto it. You see here, boom. Just pulled the trigger.
Play ball.
Drove that to centre field. That'll pass it on now to one of the stalwarts of this team. For my mind, when it comes to talent, that's for sure. Really like this player. The swings of the first pitch, that's part of the reasons why I like her. Alania George starting shortstop today. This one just misses inside. Home plate umpire Brodie Donald. A fantastic job. This one down low. So top of the second innings. Plenty of action here on Championship Grand Final Day at North Harbour Softball Association. Big swing at that one. Starting pitcher Hallie Abbott.
Ball 2, strike 2.
For this Bandits side. Might give you their defensive lineup one more time, seeing as we didn't come up in the top of the first innings. We're still tidying a couple of things up for you. And can't catch up with that one. They'll throw down to third base, and it looks like they'll score off the play, and they will. So a fortuitous moment here for East Coast Bays as you see the strike him out, go to throw him out situation. The hold by the catcher, then the throw a little high though. And luckily for East Coast Bays, that'll prove advantageous. They pick up their first run of the grand final. So we're all locked up at one apiece, just totting up our scoreboard for you. This next pitch is right down Main Street to Irene Peterson. So apologies, Isabel Stacey batting here for East Coast Bays. In the hole, 2 strikes. Locked up at 1 apiece. This one pops up. It'll go foul though.
Foul ball.
So a quick look at that defensive lineup for you for the Bandits. Left to right in the outfield as Maguchi. At centre is Ma. Right fielder today for them is Unga.
2 strikes.
Hot corner third base is Cooper. Shortstop Ueno. And hard down into third base. And I'll throw that over there as regulation for Vivian May. So 2 away here. Rest of that lineup for you, shortstop for the Bandits was Ueno, we mentioned, starting second baseman Sawada. And it was Cooper over at third base with that play before. And at first base today for the Bandits is Tony Markia behind the dish to the catching Onyan Young. And on the hill, Hayley Abbott. This one skids away. We saw the batting lineup. There's another quick look at it for you. As we're up to Hannah Crew now in the 7th spot. Freya Williams and Tashiana Murray will be up next. So 2 balls to count here on Hannah Crew.
Ball 3.
Taking all the weight. 3 balls in a row here. The shortstop for the Bandits. Ueno getting the start today in the grand final. Hannah Crew looks ready, doesn't she? And 4 straight balls. She'll head down to first base with a walk. So East Coast Bays have converted a base runner already today. Look to try and do that again is the second base woman, Bridget Baker, steps in. First pitch is a drop ball right on the outside edge. Baker, chairman, one of the board members for North Harbour. A fantastic job recently as the tournament director for North Harbour in the Open Women's Club Nationals. Just want to commend her for her work ethic and preparedness. That week made things work so much smoothly than you would expect for someone that steps into the role, and she did a fantastic job. Congratulations to Otahuhu ladies for getting up the championship for 2025 National Club Champions with Soppel New Zealand. Tanisha Hokamo with a fantastic effort in the grand final.
Play.
Of course, a big home run from their first basewoman in the top of the 7th innings. Seal the deal offensively. This one misses up top. Running down is Crew, and no slide, and she will be safe. No tag here. This is very close. You'll see on the super slow-mo. Going down, no slide. We'll start right down. Looks like she's going to be cold. But little skippity-doo-dah. Hot foot Crew. And the second base. This one misses inside. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to count now.
2 strikes.
Bridget Baker with Hannah Crew. The braided hair flowing out the back. Now this inside-out swing, and the first baseman Mark here will take care of it herself. But it's not before East Coast Bays. They level the ball game here in the top of the 2nd innings. And we've got ourselves a real one in the grand final. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back with more action here live from Pure Athletic Sports Stadium. It's grand final day, baby. Grand final day at North Harbour. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Jesse Fuller and the Northcote Kings with Nick Lanigan right there. They will be on Diamond 1 come up at 2:30, taking on East Coast Bays in the grand final of the Prem Reserve matchup. And, of course, the big dogs will be coming out to eat, and that is the Premier Men at 4:30. Northcote Maroon taking on Waitakere Bears. Little birdie tells me Northcote Maroon, unfortunately, stricken with COVID. And quite a number of their starters are out of the ball game, but it should be still a quality match for sure anyway. Continue on with this game here, bottom of the second innings, all locked up at 1 apiece here. And the Bandits will send up 3 of their very best to get them underway in the second innings. Against Dana Brazier. Starting pitcher from East Coast Bays. Rennie Patterson leading off here for the Bandits. She's followed by Glenda Unga, the right field, and Hayley Abbott, the pitcher. 1, 2, and 3 here for the ladies in purple. The Northern Bandits, Ganucci. Can someone tell me what Ganucci means? Yeah, I'm talking to you out there in streaming land. Ganucci Bandits. Wonder what that is. And a big swing and a miss on that one from Patterson.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
2 the count here.
Hey. Ball 3, strike 2. Hey. Foul.
One fouls back.
Three, 2. Play. Play.
A walk issued, and it'll pick up the right fielder now. Glenda Unga. Unga. No outs here, bottom of the second innings. Hard hit ball from Unga, ranging to the side and just out of the reaches of McCauley King. You see here going towards the fence. Watch out for the coach. And just out of the reach. Oh, that was close. This one pops up. And Baker off the glove. Can she get it there in time? Backhanded throw. And unfortunately not. It's one of those plays that it catches you a little in between. This pops up here. And then tries to regather a backhand throw. That's not easy. And just a little far off the mark. So, Hayley Abbott now. Switches down low, runner will skirt 60 feet. So both runners in scoring position now. Swing and a miss, can't catch up to that one. So 1-1 in the count now. With 2 runners in scoring position, you can see there from the Bandits. Swing and a miss, can't quite catch up to it.
Ball 1, strike 2.
Down at third base, the Bandits only 60 feet away from grabbing the lead here. And a good pitch on the outside edge from Brazier, and takes care of the first outs. Going to bring up to bat now the ever dangerous Onyong, starting catcher. She nods in appreciation of a good pitch that comes through the zone. Had her ball down the line. And in the hot box now. They'll get back in time though. There's the Bandits. And that'll load the bases here now. Nicely taken by Quarter King. She protects her coming home. And then the hustle back in time from Patterson gets her back safe. So loaded bases now. Big opportunity for top of the shop. Vivian Ma. First pitch is up, and it's away. Will they come in? Yes, they will.
No.
And safely done.
No.
The Bandits, you can hear the umpire, no obstruction at all.
Time's out.
Good hustle by the catcher, but even better hustle from Pedersen coming in from third base.
Guys, do we have anything? Yep, time's out. Yep. No. It went with her. Yep.
And time out here is head coach for East Coast Bays, Tracy King Moore, out there to have a chat to her troops. So have a look at that last play. And there's no way that she can get out of the way of this throw coming back. Patterson coming in from third base. That's what the question was. And see it right there. Hits her. She puts her hands up, but she drops the ball straight away. There is no other players that come in, so nothing wrong with that.
Time's out.
And time called here as the...
Crossing home plate,
Yep.
the ball being thrown back.
Yep.
She's interfered with the ball and caught it.
No, she hasn't. She hasn't caught it. The ball's been thrown at her and it's guided with her. Okay?
But
she
is she
didn't
allowed
catch it.
to put her hands there, or she just is it supposed to just hit her body?
It doesn't matter.
How does
It's
it work?
Yeah. She didn't catch it, okay? So we've got no problem on that.
Yeah.
The ball's been thrown at her and the ball's guided with her body and deflected off
But
it.
what's she done with it afterwards? Can you check with
Yeah.
Brian?
Okay, cool.
So you can hear the other coach for East Coast Bays, Stewie Page, just asking the question around what happened with the ball afterwards. I don't think we've looked at it twice now, that there's a problem with it. And we'll take another look at it for you, make a decision at home. Of course her hands are there as she's running in and it lands where her hands are. That's kind of more protecting herself, but she doesn't throw it anywhere, she just drops it down. You can see the ball's right there for the catcher. Hasn't interfered with another play.
So I got an interference after she scored.
After she scored. Yep.
So I'm going to point to third base and
Yep.
give her out.
Yep.
Yes, that's the right.
Yep. That's right. Yep. Third, so the third base, so that run
So
scores.
if you picked up
okay,
the end of that
is
conversation,
runner
ladies and
closest to
gentlemen.
home is out, so that means runner on third is out.
There you are. They're saying after the play at home plate,
Yes, yeah.
after the play at home plate, there is interference with the base runner
so that
coming
run's
in.
gonna-
And therefore the next base runner that is closest, which is the runner at 3, is deemed out.
runner closest to home is
So close play, tough one, and I think if she hadn't put her hands down in front of her when the ball came,
she's
then would have been okay if it had just hit her or whatever the case is, but kind of looked like that she guided it. I don't think there was another play, to be honest with you, but anyway, it is what it is, and we've got a good group of umpires down there, as I mentioned already. John Hickman down at 3, Bryden Wells at 1, and Brodie Donald behind the dish.
2 down catcher. Yep.
So 2 down catcher now.
Temporary on second base for the catcher.
Catcher for East Coast Bay is like, what's happening here?
I'll check it. What do you have on the batter? What count do you have on the batter? 1 ball. Yeah. 1 ball on the batter.
There we go. We've got 1 ball on the batter.
Ball 1.
We'll just up that our scoreboard. 1 ball on the batter. And we're back into the action with 2 outs here. Hard hit ball straight back to Brazier in the middle will take care of business. And that'll also take care of the bottom of the second innings. Got a good game going, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of excuse me coming home, but that's what it's all about. Back soon. It is the Bandits leading 2 runs to 1.
Yeah, I'll check it.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Pure Athletic Sports Stadium. We're into the bottom of the second innings of the grand final. Apologies, it'll be the top of the third. We'll just get the scoreboard updated for you. Top of the third innings here now. And it is the Bandits taking on East Coast Bays in this one, leading 2 runs to 1 at this point. East Coast Bays will send up Grace Palmer. And top of the shop, Hannah McCardle King and Tashiana Murray. 1, 2, and 3 here for East Coast Bays. This one down low, skids away. Grace Palmer, starting catcher.
Comes out.
For East Coast Bays, and she'll pop off to see the coach, have a chat with her and see what's going on.
Coach, that's one.
Message is being delivered. And back comes Palmer. What I asked, what does Ganucci mean?
Play.
Put it in the comments. Be nice if you did. Make Chopper kind of sound a little bit educated. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. So, it's the Ganucci Bandits. What does Ganucci mean? Find that out for us and let us know in the comments. Also, let us know where you're watching from today. And a great effort by the catcher. Just doesn't quite get there. Oh boy. Look at this. Anyong Young. Oi. Now that's a great effort. Fantastic.
Play.
So 2-2 the count. And this one comes inside. So full count now, 3-2 on the batter.
3-2.
It was Coach Stewie Page that came out to ask the question. Managed to get an extra out of the innings. And a big swing on the outside edge, can't catch up to it for the first out here in the third innings. Haley Abbott coming with a little bit of gas through the kitchen sink. And we'll bring up top of the shot next with all of her decoration. And a big swing from Hannah McCardle King. Great to have you all in watching today's grand final. Don't forget to post in the comments where you're watching from. Who do you think's going to win, be the 2025 Prem Reserve Women's North Harbour champion?
1-1.
Starting shortstop there. Ueno. Great to have our Japanese players in this Bandits side. There's a nice flavour if you ask me. Hard hit ball, that pops up, and Markia will take care of it herself. Had a little cuddle for a trouble. That'll bring up with 2 out. We'll hand the baton over after Markia gets the out.
Play.
Tashiana Murray now. This one comes through the zone. This one's down and off to the races is Murray, and she will guess it down to first base. Sawada just checks it just in case. And the umpire lets it. Oh, you can never. Good on her for being a trier. You can see Murray beats us out convincingly down to first base. So threat to runners Murray at first base with 2 outs here. We'll bring up the big bangers in the order. Dana Brazier and Tara McAlpine. Next. And Brazier flies this one out to Markia. And that'll take care of a quick top of the third innings. Hope you're enjoying it, ladies and gentlemen. It's the grand final of the Prem Reserve of Women. More action to come when we come back. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Pure Athletic Sports Stadium. Great to have you along for the ride here in the grand final And boy, oh boy, has it been a mixture so far as really you see on the scoreboard. Bandits got the score early in the bottom of the first innings. Then they scored one apiece in the second. That's the difference. Bottom of the third now. Plenty of action to happen here at Pure Athletic Sports Stadium. Grand final day. An hour 45 of these games. The Prem Reserve Women get underway at 12:30. You do the math. 12:30, 1:30, 45 minutes, 2:15. Finished off. Took me a while, that's for sure. And first pitch swinging through the 5-6 hole. Number 7, Edina Swada. So double for her to left field. Here in the bottom of the third innings.
Hey.
As I mentioned, we're trying to figure out what does Ganucci mean. It's the Bandits, Northern Bandits, Ganucci. What does that mean? And if I was to spell it for you, first one to give me the right answer wins a prize. Of course. Just want to listen just to the side. K-U-N-O-C-H-I. Sounds like a really delicious summer fruit. K-U-N-O-C-H-I. If it was Italian, it'd be pasta. But I don't know what it means. You help us out. Put it in the comments below and we'll see it. This one gets away. And, Sawada puts on the brakes. She had one thing on her mind. That was score right there, wasn't it? Look at this on the slow-mo replay. Rounding 3 with an intention.
Ball 2, strike 1.
A bit like Fred Flintstone in the car. Bottom of the third action. Ganucci, Bandits leading by 1. Pitch on the outside edge is good.
2.
And that strikeout for the first out of the innings. Hard hit ball for Mark here, but that will go foul this time. One away here. We've got a couple of answers coming in on Ganucci for the Northern Bandits. You're the first one to get it right. Wins the prize. This one comes in. Tobias Spicer and Kylie Dalton, as well as Chloe Talia. She might have been the first actually to win the prize. This one up the middle. It'll skid through for the Japanese Ninjas, the Ganuccis, as they will pull in another run here. 3 runs to 1. You can see Mark here just pull her hands in to get the job done. Skids past the shortstop. And just like that, they lead by 2 now. 3 runs to 1. Japanese for female assassins or female ninja. So here's the Ninjas from the Bandits rolling here in the bottom of the third innings. Thank you, Chloe, Kylie, and of course Tobias for your explanation of that. Of course, your prizes, come and see Chopper, and you get a round at the bar, in the Garden Bar. Of course, the Garden Bar will be open all day here today. It's already open. Opens at 12 o'clock. They've got it going on at North Harbour. They really do. with all the different types of refreshments you would like to enjoy.
Ball 3.
And there's Hannah Crew, the centre fielder. I'm feeling she's going to do something big in today's game. So, the first one to answer about the Japanese ninja was Chloe Talia. And I think Tobias Spicer and Kylie Dalton, they deserve a drink at the Garden Bar between the diamonds. Come on down. Chopper will hook you up. It's grand final day, why not? Festivity. And a throw just over the top here. And the Bandits will take advantage and have runners in the corners now. Coast to coast. This one pops up. You see the replay. Feet set, just the throws a little elevated. That's not unusual for a pitcher. They're delivering so many throws underarm. It can happen. All right, do us a favour.
Let's go, ladies.
You know that little share button at the bottom of your screen? Share the game. We'd love to get our man away here, right out there in the metasphere.
Play.
As many of your friends in watching today's match-up here between the Northern Bandits Ganucci and East Coast Bays Panthers here. Carpet Court, East Coast Bays Panthers. 3 runs to 1, bottom of the third innings. Hard hit ball. This will go to right field. And they'll take advantage here. And they will replace them coast to coast, but add to the scoreline.
Time's out.
4 runs to 1. Well, I got time. Let's take another look at that.
23 out.
All set, Brazier.
Was that 21?
And bang, just slashes it the other way here. And the Bandits have got it going on in the bottom of the third innings. So with the score at 4 runs to 1, East Coast Bays are going to choose to make a pitching change. Ladies and gentlemen, this pitching change brought to you by Beyond the Dugout. Back soon. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Pure Athletics Sports Stadium. A pitching change in the bottom of the third innings with 1 out and 2 runners in scoring position. Dana Brazier will come out of the ball game, out of the pitching circle. And in will come, off the bench, Neve Cadnis Aspinall. On the second pitch, she will collect the leg, unfortunately, of the batter. And so they would load the bases here, the Bandits. Bottom of the third innings could be a big one. Haley Abbott now will step in to go to work.
Play.
And the first pitch from Cadnis Aspinall was right down the edge of Main Street. Harder ball down the line. Through the 5-6 hole. 1 comes in. 2 comes in. And the Bandits are rocking and rolling here in the bottom of the 3rd innings. Boy, oh boy. Take an inch. Take a mile as Abbott punches this one. And the Canucci Bandits taking full advantage like an assassin in the night, the Ninjas. 2 runs come in. So 6 runs to 1 now. And the young catcher, Anyang Jung, steps in now. And the Bandits have really got it going on here in the bottom of the 3rd innings. Swing and a miss on the outside edge will take care of the 2nd out. So 2 away here.
Time's out. What pace?
Time called here. Looks like we'll bring a runner in with 2 down here. Of course, Abbott is the pitcher for the Bandits here in this game. So we'll get a chance to come out and get yourself organised for the next half innings. Bottom of the 3rd innings. Moving nice and quick here.
You can't check with the official score. You can't check with the official score. Okay. Yeah.
Just asking about the changes and just making a note. You can't ask the official score on how you can make changes. You can just advise the umpire what your changes are.
Let's go.
You can ask them after the game.
Yeah,
or before the game, just not during the game. So top of the shot now. Vivian Ma gets another opportunity here in the bottom of the 3rd innings. This one fouls off. 4 runs have scored here in the bottom so far with 2 outs now. Neve Cadmus Aspinall and relief work now in the 3rd. This one will pop up and go foul to the side. Just want to thank you while we've got a little bit of a break in the action for your viewership here today. Really is kind of you. We do appreciate your viewership, bringing these live images from Rosedale Park on Auckland's North Shore. Te Raki Pai Whenua at the Pure Athletic Sports Stadium simply is outstanding. Grand final day. This one down low. Ace Palmer bounces out from behind the dish for East Coast Bays. Here's the coaching staff, Luke. For the Bandits. If they're female ninjas, does that make him Sensei? Sensei Luke? And that'll take care of the innings. But it's not before the Bandits put in a turbocharge here as they pick up 4 runs in the bottom of the 3rd innings. They'll be happy with their body of work, and they've got themselves a 5-run lead heading into the top of the 5th innings. welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the grand final of the Prem Reserve Women. East Coast Bays trailing by 5 to the Northern Bandits here in the top of the 4th innings. And East Coast Bays will set up 3 of their bangers: Tara McAlpine, Lania, George and Isabel Stacey. Maybe a couple of substitutions coming. And we'll give you all the updates on that as we see them come into the batter's box.
1-1.
Have it set now. This one just outside.
Just low catcher. Good line. Ball 3, strike 1.
Three and 1 the count here, and outside edge will fill it up now.
3, 2.
Now this one's a high jumper. McAlpine hustling down the line, and she'll be rewarded with first base here in the top of the 4th innings.
Comes out. Dia. Jill Dia on base.
So the designated runner, Denise Swanepoel, will come in to run. We mentioned there were some substitutions here. And Lucy Cadmus Aspinall will come into the ball game. So is it the first pitch she sees. The outstanding squash player is Lucy. And on deck will be another pinch hitter coming into the ball game. Nadia Anderson will into the ball game next. So ringing the changes here, East Coast Bays. And outside edge is a strike. The throw is loose. And off to the races they go. And safe into third base. East Coast Bays on the running of DR Swanepoel. Put it into overdrive here. Swipes the first base. Then goes, I'm going to grab another. Off she goes. Puts a fine slide on the end of it. And safely in. So, a runner 60 feet away from scoring now is Swanepoel. Cadmus Aspinall, big opportunity. Bunt is down, but just goes foul. Looks like a squeeze play.
Bunting on third strike.
And it was the 3rd strike. So the batter will be out. You can hear the umpire. 2 strikes on the batter, and that bunt goes into foul territory. So rolling the dice, head coach
Play.
Moore King. And we'll bring into bat here Nadia Anderson.
Foul.
Shows bunt as well, does Anderson. This one will skid backwards and go foul out of play. This is a good one just to lead it with a spin on the back of this ball. This one pops up, it's spinning backwards toward the catcher. They wisely let it come out of play.
Play.
How far the base runner was down there, Swanepoel. Definitely trying to create something here. East Coast Bays. High.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
All down low. Well, the Bandits, Ganucci, Japanese ninja. The origin comes from a very popular culture, often used for female practitioners of ninjutsu. Proved popular through novels and some movie drama images as well. And another running butt, squeeze play, and out coming home. So trying to create something here, East Coast Bays, and unable to get her done. Swanee Pole coming, maybe just a little late on the leave. And she was stone cold coming home, wasn't she? So Anderson down at first base, and that'll bring up the bat. Hannah Crew now, the centre fielder. Specialised in ninjutsu. The female ninja was used for infiltration and information gathering. And another short one down. So obviously a strategy here from East Coast Bays, not quite coming off in the top of the fourth innings. And we will see more action here live from Pure Athletics Sports Stadium when we come back. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the fourth done. There's the Bandits leading 4 runs to 1. 6 runs to 1 or 4 runs to 1? Hey? 6 to 1. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here, bottom of the fourth innings, and the Northern Bandits, Ganucci, leading by 5 runs here. And first pitch swinging, will dunk this one into centre field. And boy, oh boy, they haven't mucked around today, have they? The Bandits. They just get about their business as soon as it's given the opportunity to them. And Sawada swats this one to centre field. Bottom of the fourth action of the grand final.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Let us know where you're watching from today. It's always good to see where our viewers are calling in throughout New Zealand, Aotearoa, and of course around the world. International flavour in this Bandit side. Throw to second base and should be safe here. Just unable to handle the first offering Tough play for the third basewoman. Just couldn't quite get it there in time.
Time.
So 2 quick runners on in the bottom of the 4th innings. The bottom of the 3rd proved very advantageous for this Northern Bandits side. Scored 4 runs in the bottom of the 3rd.
Better. Play.
Markia now, she swings heftily at the first base. Tony Markia. And again at the second pitch, boy oh boy. I think Markia's got one thing on her mind. Coming up next after Markia will be Cooper, waiting in the wings. This one comes in from Cadmus Asperell, freezes the batter to pick up the outs. So 1 away here, bottom of the 4th innings. And Kamaya Cooper get an opportunity now. The runners at 1 and 2 here. Yeno's the base runner at first base. High set from Palmer. And this one just sneaks through the bottom outside edge. I don't know if that was a deke or what that was.
1-1.
You see here, high set inside. The ball finishes low outside. Either way, it's a strike. And rise ball up and the ears can't catch up to.
Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, there the count. Look at that. Right up in the ears. Brady Donald behind the dish. He's having a good time in the grand final. This one's up. Gonna find a bit of grass. What a catch by the centre fielder. Wow. Simply outstanding. Ranging forward here to make this one. Hannah Crew coming out of nowhere, a long way back. And she makes that with 2 hands in the end.
Play.
Simply outstanding. And look at the smile on her doll because of it. Irene Pedersen now. Bottom of the 4th action. This one pops up.
Foul ball. Ball 1, strike 1. Play. Two balls, 1. Ball 2, strike 1.
You hear the Brady umpire 2 and 1 the count here on Patterson.
Ball 2, strike 2.
Steps back in and go to work here. 2 away, 2 runners in scoring position. Neve Cadmus Asperell. This one pops up off the bat. Coming forward and a fine catch in the deep. So 2 good defensive catches wide here. Keeps the score at 6 runs to 1. More action to come here in the grand final. We've got a good one going, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a good one going on. Don't go anywhere. We're back with more action here live from Pure Athletic Sport. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Pure Athletic Sports Stadium. Top of the 5th innings now. East Coast Bays will send up the second baseman, Bridget Baker. Will be followed by the catcher, Grace Palmer, and the first basewoman, Hannah Lokaldi King. One of the top of the zone. Hayley Abbott's gone the whole way here. And this one just skids off the bat. Baker trying to beat it out. And Sawada will team up with Mark here to secure the first out. Grace Palmer now will come in. There's Sawada with that play. First pitch she sees is right down the edge of Main Street. There's the head coach for East Coast Bays, Tracy Moore King. Watching her team. They battle against a good pitching of Hayley Abbott.
No balls, 2 strikes.
John Hickman, aka Santa Claus. I believe he's on the 2:30 game today. On the plate, I believe. We'll find out. Of course, it's a Prem Reserve men are at 2:30 today. Yeah, home plate umpire John Hickman. Northcote Kings taking on East Coast Bays. Michael McCall will join him with Chris Murdoch. Hard hit ball here by Palmer. And it'll go foul off to the side.
Better. Play. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Little change of pace, and Abbott has got a gun on for the second out. Just about loses her balance here too. Does Abbott? I'll bring up the top of the shop now. Hannah McCordy King.
No.
She laces at the first pitch. This goes out of play.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
called here. There's a chance for the catcher to go and talk to her battery pairing. Haley Abbott and Anyon Jung. All set now. Top of the fifth innings.
One strike. Play.
This one comes through.
Two strikes.
Carl King grounded to third base, comes off the glove, trying to beat it out, and she will. So McArdle King draws the error. Safely on first base.
Time. Yep. Tia.
Designated runner will come out for McArdle King. Denise Swanepoel. She's already swiped a couple of bags today.
Play ball.
Tashiana Murray now. The designated player will step in. She's hitting for the right fielder, Freya Williams. Slow slap, pulls back.
Just so good line catching.
Unable to secure that one in.
Ball two.
So 2 straight balls to Murray. This one's down low, so 3 straight balls now.
Just so really good line. Ball three. Ball three.
3 balls, no strikes. 2 away here at the top of the 5th innings.
Ball four.
And that'll come down for a 4-pitch walk. The runners are 1 and 2 now.
Play.
That one comes through the zone. Brady Donald's done a good job behind home plate today. Very consistent. And they'll take the advantage here. Swanepoel, told you she's quick. Down to third base she goes. So 2 runners in scoring position, 2 outs here. And a big opportunity for Neve Cadmus-Espinal. Remember, came in as a relief pitcher. Now batting in the spot for Brazier as well. She punches one, looking to find a bit of grass. And it will land in. And East Coast Bays will convert those 2 runs here in the top of the 5th innings to draw us within 3. Cadmus-Espinal, just what the doctor ordered here. As she gets on the back of this change of pace.
Play. Time's out.
Pops it up. That'll land in. And they will round the bases. Look how close they were to each other.
Let's go, guys.
Fantastic base running from East Coast Base. So 6 runs to 3 now.
Pitcher on first base. Play.
Brings up the batters. That one will go foul. Bring up to bat Tara McAlpine. She's been a handful today. A double in the first innings and an error off the shortstop in her second at bat.
1 strike. Play.
And with a runner at first base. See if she can't take care of business. This one fouls off. A little bit of cloud cover now, which is
No balls, 2
a
strikes.
welcome. And the sun was beating down early, got up to about 22 degrees. Here at the back end of summer in New Zealand. And McAlpine, boy, did she take a hack of that one. Take a look at this. Woofa. He's on up that home run fence. Temporary fences are up here for the games, all 3 games this morning. Under 13 boys, under 15 boys are now the Prem Reserve
Let's
woman.
go, guys.
Grounds crew will spring in the action at the end of this game. Pull that temporary fence down in the outfield and open up the big fence.
No balls, 2 strikes.
You can see the grounds crew already got
Play.
preparation in left field there. The tractor are ready to go. Really proud of the North Harbour grounds crew, to be fair, and the extra effort that they go to make sure that everyone gets a fantastic opportunity to play this great game of softball. That'll do us through the top of the 5th innings. And it's not before East Coast Bays weave a little magic, a little shimmy, shimmy, shake, shake, and they score 2 runs. Now within 3, we've got ourselves a real ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. The Prem Reserve Woman Champion for 2025 yet to be settled. Oh, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Pure Athletic Sports Stadium. Bottom of the 5th innings here. 13 minutes to go on the game clock. So 3 quick outs. East Coast Bays will get another shot at it in the top of the 6th. Otherwise, we'll be all done here in the bottom of the 5th innings. And looks like we've got a substitution in. Paige Drever
No balls, 2
will
strikes.
pinch hit into the ball game. Pitch down low.
Ball 1, strike 2.
This one's up top, can't quite keep up to it.
2-2.
Into the ball game, Jessica Taylor as well in the second base for East Coast Base. So everyone getting a run in the grand final. This one fouls back. Fighting hard here is Drever.
Play. Ball. 3-2.
Full count now. Bandits in the bottom of the innings. Here, the fifth. Yeah. Drever will take that one on the outside edge for the first outs. It's too close to leave. Brings up Hayley Abbott. She's been really good today, as Abbott. This pitch comes through the top of the zone from Neve Cadmus Aspinall. And for her relief pitching. This one's down low and it clips the foot of Abbott. Down to first base she goes.
Time's out.
We'll just get these umpires together to have a look. And we'll just listen to these umpires first.
Do you have any contact with better? Yeah. Do you guys
No
have
fucking idea.
And excuse, apologies for that. And the umpires will just discuss it. Let's take a look at it ourselves. And they're going to bring them back in. And it looks like it did just clip her toe, though. We go back here a little bit. Which way are you going, Chopper? Here we go. We'll just reel it back a little bit for you. And the reason I say that is it changes angle there. So, tough call, though. We've got the super slow-mo, right?
Better. Play. 2 balls, 1 strike.
So Abbott back in. 2 balls and 1 strike to count here. This one's down low. Here's the count. Hitters count now for Abbott. 3 balls and 1 strike. Cadmus Aspinall continues to work.
That's the ball on the better.
Oh no, that's a walk here. Grace Palmer didn't realise the count. They moved it full, and then the throw to third base with no one on.
So into the better's count because of the throw to third base.
You can hear that from the home plate umpire. 100% correct.
It's 3 balls, but because you threw to third base, it's an automatic ball. Runners on first. Play.
So that'll bring up the catcher now. An Yong Yung. Hitting in the 9 spot. I'm not the official timekeeper, but I have time up. So the bottom of the 5th innings will be the last, I'd say, with only 1 down here. Of course, the official scorer is the only timekeeper of the game. This bunt is down, and they'll get the out at first base. Look to double up at second. Sorry, at third, apologies. They'll put the ball in play here, does the Bandits.
Time's out. 2 down. Yep. Jill, 2 down, temporary run on third base for the pitcher.
Temporary runner coming into the ball game here. With 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th innings.
Better. Play ball.
Number 12 up to bat, Vivian Ma. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, she was batting right-handed earlier today. Single up the middle, the first at bat. Grounded out to the pitcher, but a pass ball allowed an RBI. So she's been amongst it today, has Ma, the starting centre fielder for the Bandits. Bottom of the fifth innings here. And looks like the Northern Bandits are going to be the 2025 North Harbour champions. This one's up top. Our 45 game, 17 minutes past 2 now. We started 12:30. Slow roller here to third base. And they'll get the out of first base to complete it. More importantly, we'll wait for the umpire here. And we'll find out whether it is indeed the end of the ball game.
4 minutes.
Oh, and 4 minutes to go. Boy, oh boy. I tell you what, they've been extending games all day long here today. So, official scorer has the time, 4 minutes to go. That's what it is. And bonus coverage here for us. We'll be back with more action. It is 6-3 after 5. Top of the 6 coming up next. Oh, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Pure Athletic Sports Stadium. Bonus coverage. And I'm not the official scorekeeper, but if I was, now 45 minutes went 4 minutes ago. I think I told a couple of minutes ago there's still 4 minutes to go. So, as I said, we're not the official scorekeeper, and so you get to watch another innings of this game. East Coast Bay's down to their last 3 outs. Yeah, they need 3 runs to continue the match, 4 to grab the lead to go to the bottom of the 6th innings. They look to do that through Lucy Cadmus Aspinall batting first. And then it'll be number 20, Nadia Anderson. Gabriella Jew. And Jessica Taylor. 1, 2, 3, and 4 if they get that far.
Ball 1, strike 2.
Top of the 6th innings. This one outside. So, the Bandits have scored a run in the first and the second.
Ball 2, strike 2.
And 4 in the third to give them their 6 runs. East Coast Bay's on the flip side, 1 run in the second and 2 in the 5th. That gives us our scoreline 5 runs to 3 at this point. High hopper here. And then a good transfer, and the transfer is good from the shortstop, Ueno. Take care of business for the first out.
Better.
Job done there. Nadia Anderson now steps in to go to work.
Foul.
Don't forget, coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, that'll be the Prem Reserve match-up for men's. Northcote County State taking on East Coast Bays at 2:30, which might be a smidge late now because of this game. And the big boys at 4:30 again. That might get pushed back a bit. That is Northcote Maroon taking
One
on
strike.
Waitakere Bears. Premier Men's Grand Final. So reserve first. I'd say about 10 to 15 minutes after this game. And then the Prem men after that. And the out taken at first base. East Coast Bays now down to their last out. Still persevering with a short game, East Coast Bays.
Play.
One out away from the North Harbour Championship now are the Bandits. As we mentioned, coming in is Gabriella Jew. Her first at bat of the contest. This one's up top. Lady Abbott's pitched a heck of a game here today.
1-1.
This one sails right down Main Street. And so the Bandits, one strike away from claiming the North Harbour Premier Reserve Women's Championship for 2025. Abbott now looks down, ready to roll. And it's right at the top of the zone, and they get her done, the Bandits. They get her done.
Let's game.
And as you heard from the home plate umpire, Brodie Donald, that is game. Your Northern Bandits are the 2025 North Harbour Premier Reserve Women's Champions for 2025. And they've just realised over there the celebrations have started, and well deserved, as we are getting into what was a fantastic little number here. And it's hugs all round. It really is. And the celebration now, they've realised completely they got her done. The kids will come out. The coaches will come out. And they will celebrate until the night. The garden bar is open. Congratulations to the Northern Bandits. They are our 2025 Prem Reserve National Champions. Got it done. 6 runs to 3 in the end. And you can see hugs all round for East Coast Bays. Congratulations, East Coast Bays, silver medalists in the division 2025. And you can see in the scoreline there, the Bandits, they scored it well for the first 3 innings, 1 in each of the 1 and 2, 4 in the bottom of the third. That was the difference, really. And then if you look, the East Coast Bays, 2 in the second, and then a gallant effort to put 2 runs up in the 5th. But that is it, ladies and gentlemen, and that'll do it for the reserve woman. They get her done here, as we can see in front of us celebrations to ensue as they get her done here. The last out from Hayley Abbott, MVP of the game for sure. Buttoned it down, was damaging in the batter's box, and really got it together when it came to the pitcher's circle. Congratulations to the Northern Bandits, Ganucci, Female Ninja. Thank you so much for that little tidbit as well. We'll show you the replays and come back for the prize giving. Won't be too long. They're normally pretty quick to work through these things. And of course, coming up next will be the Northcote Kings taking on East Coast Bays here. And there are the girls. They got the winners singlets. And congratulations to the Bandits. Back with the prize giving in just a moment.